Hello and welcome back, and today I'm experimenting with some different things in Flutter. So I started by having a bit of a play and setting up VSCode instead of the Android Studio. So I'm just getting a feel for the differences here. So for example, if I wanted to wrap a widget previously, such as this padding widget here in Android Studio, I would have pressed Control Enter previously. Now Control Shift R to refactor lets me wrap it in a random widget, or so I could give it a name, a little different to how the Android Studio works. So I could say container or whatever I wanted to there, or again I can just actually wrap it in a row or a center or whatever straight from there. So that's quite a nice interface that I've got for that similar function. You just need to look into the different shortcuts and keys. When I mouse over, it gives me nice clear information. Similar but different. But one thing I noticed once I started playing in VS Code, where I can choose to run it in my emulator. So I'm running my program at the moment in the emulator here, and it behaves just like it does on the phone. But the cool thing is they've made it pretty straightforward to change my build environment to a web page. So now I can close my emulator, save a bit of memory on my computer potentially, and if I rerun this now, it should, there we go, create a connection to debug service on Chrome, and it's going to build it for Chrome. Now I think we're going to get an error here, however. We get through the splash screen and then we get an error. We go through here. It's very grumpy because I'm trying to use the accelerometer on my shape detection component on the app here. So for the minute, my shake detection is a pretty minor feature. I can shake the phone to make it if I shake the phone, it rolls the dice. But I can just can I comment that out from here like that? Just comment it this way. So hopefully now it's going to let me rerun that. Give it a moment. Try that again. Stop. Maybe it was angry that it didn't work the first time. Rerunning. Building for Chrome. And thinks about that for a minute. And it works. Obviously the scaling for the ratio of the page is working on the widget basis, so if we loaded this web page on a phone, more likely going to be a shape about that size. Yeah, otherwise everything still works as we'd expect. So I can change my colors, I can does all the rotation stuff as it should. So I can make that different colour there. And I did a wee test earlier, and we'll see if this is going to load. So on my phone, change over here to a larger screen, and there. Nope. That one. So this is the web page booked on my phone, and again everything functions just as we'd hope it would. So the main use for this from my perspective at the moment is that I'm not currently set for building onto a Mac, so I don't have an iPhone or an Apple developer account or the likes, so I can at least share a functional version of my apps in the short term with iPhone users, as long as I'm not using too many phone heavy modules such as the shake detection. I'll have a wee look and experiment with ways of optionally loading those components only if the device is not a phone. But yeah, pretty cool feature, being able to build for the web. And if we have a look here at the folder it creates, so it just creates an HTML file here, and if we open that, the source code, it does indicate that if you're loading it from a website that's not in a root directory, you just need to change some of the little bits of the shortcut here. Don't need that. And yeah, there's also some notes about how you can wrap this in an iframe if you'd like. I saw that somewhere else. But yeah, pretty neat having that functionality. So I just uploaded this entire directory to a website, and it worked just going straight to the index page there. So yeah, couldn't be much simpler now that we've got Flutter 2.0 building straight for web, and your app functionality works. I even noticed that the shared preferences saving of basic details works on the web browser, so I could make the app on my phone, bookmark it as a home page, change some settings, leave it, close it, go back in, and it remembered those settings. Obviously if someone clears their cookies they'll lose that, but yeah, pretty exciting stuff with Flutter and building for the web. Catch you next time.